Hey guys, our passages for this week is Romans 12, the whole chapter of 12, and then Ephesians, the whole chapter of 2. For God, I'm gonna go really quick because I have class, but for God, one thing in Romans I really liked is that it says like our God is the avenger, and so He will take care of business and everything like that. But I also like to think of like the Avengers, because there's so many different parts of like the superhero Avengers, and in that same way, like God has so many different parts. Correlating with Ephesians, it's saying how He's rich in mercy, and love. And one thing about mercy is it actually kind of means like a faithfulness to like the covenant that He has, and so it's saying like how faithful He is during that. With humans, in Romans, it's saying how we should like sacrifice our bodies, which correlates to the Old Testament, saying how our bodies should be like pure and we should be transformed, because they would do sacrifices on lambs that had like no spots, had pure bodies and everything like that, and so we should construct ourselves as such. And then one of the big things in Romans 12 is saying be transformed, not conformed of the world, but transformed, new in Christ. And then also, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good, which is also a big key important memo type thing. I don't know what I'm saying, but because we, from having the Spirit, it also correlates in Ephesians that we are to overcome things, and we aren't supposed to just take what we have and take the salvation and be like, okay, like I'm still gonna do evil, but we're supposed to overcome the evil that we've had. Another thing with humans in Ephesians, it seems that we forget things so easily. But not only that we forget things, but that we only remember the bad things. Like, when things happen, we forget about all the good things that God has done, but remember the bad things that something has happened to us. And one of the things like that I'm thinking is how they forgot that all they need is Jesus now, and that they're not like abide by the law. They don't have to do that anymore. And then the people were like, the Judaisms were coming by, and they're like, oh, well, you still need to be circumcised, but that's by the law. And they forgot that. And so it was, yeah, they forgot about that. With creation, one of the things in Romans, it's so natural for us to say like, oh, you've hurt me, you've wronged me. All of the previous laws in like Egypt and all these things from the very beginning, they had, I can't remember, the big rock, and it had all the laws on it. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's in there. Oh, but like the Ephesian thing, like they had it in Ephesians and Mesopotamian and the Tigris and Euphrates. No, it was something. It was like the code of something. I learned it last semester in history class. Yeah, it's in there. It's in one of my history books. Yeah. But yeah, and so I was saying like, if somebody wrongs you and if they like stole something from you, you can cut off their finger. And there was also one of the things was like, if they killed your slave, then you can kill like 2.5 slaves of theirs, which you can't kill half of a slave. But it was saying like how much like people are worth and all these things. Man, it was code of something. That's gonna bother me. I'll Google it after this and then type it somewhere.
I think I know what you're talking about. Was that like in Samaria?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called either.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm not a history major. Just Bible. So one of the things in creation, we're so used to, if something has wronged us, we go to try to wrong them. And so like Romans is saying, do the opposite. Bless those who persecute you. And it's so against our nature, and it's so weird. But that's what we should do. Also from Ephesians, it was saying that all has died from sin. All of creation has died, but God brings new things to life. God brings dead things to life and newness. Also, life's purpose from Romans, one of the things that really stuck out to me, which was verse 9, saying, let love be genuine. Because if we're not genuine people of God, then we're not going to let Him do the avenging. We're not going to let Him bless or curse people who need to be blessed or cursed. And we're not going to show people that we really truly live for Christ. And another thing in Ephesians, it was saying, be one in Christ. We are all like one body in there. One of the verses, my big handy dandy Bible, was saying, but now in Jesus Christ, you were far off, have been brought near by the blood of Christ. So with the body, with the blood, we are brought new. And it's also correlating with communion and why we do that. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Bye.